In the Oklahoma newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with OU beat writer Joe Masato. Joe, lots of questions once again about the Oklahoma defense after a less than stellar performance against Oklahoma State on Saturday. Kansas comes to town this week. Defense probably gets well, but the long-term prognosis for this defense is a big question mark. Sounds like Lincoln Riley's not really committing to anything at this point, is he?
Yeah, no, he didn't commit to anything when asked about it yesterday, whether there's going to be any changes as far as the staff or whether there's going to be a defensive coordinator in place in time for the December signing period, which starts December 19th. And that's a big day because it's the biggest day now on the recruiting calendar, now that the December signing period's even more important than February for recruits to see a defensive coordinator is in place. There's some stability there. But as of now, Lincoln Riley, wouldn't commit to even saying that there's going to be a new defensive coordinator, even though it would be a shock if there wasn't.
Let's break this down a little bit. Why be non-committal now? What's your best guess about why Lincoln Riley wouldn't say, listen, we're not great, we need to make changes? What's the why behind that, you feel? Well,
I definitely think he could say something along those lines and get away with it. I think his thing now is, he knows the defense is a little bit of a mess, but he doesn't want to throw anyone under the bus. That's players, that's, Ruffin McNeil, that was Mike Stoops. He's kind of maintained this attitude ever since. Now, him being non-committal that any changes are coming, I think it would be shocking if changes weren't coming, so I just don't think he's going to let on to it before then.
People have wondered, is it recruiting, is it development, is it schemes, what is it? But Joe, we've talked a lot about the fact that Iowa State, one of the better defenses in this league, I can't imagine they could out-athlete Oklahoma defensively, and yet their defense is outplaying them. So when you look at those sorts of metrics, where do you come down? I mean, obviously players have to make plays, but there's got to be some give and take there, I would think.
Yeah, I think that's the multi-million-dollar question for Lincoln Riley and the rest of the staff, is to find out what is there's somehow a wall between playing good defense and the recruiting classes that they've been able to get, and how do they break that down? How do they look at a team like Iowa State and the TCUs and the really solid programs on defense that aren't recruiting near to their levels, but all of a sudden they've got much better defenses, and it's really not even close between how they rank up against OU. So I think it's just going to be a huge offseason for Lincoln Riley, because at some point the only thing slowing down these high-powered offenses is their defenses, aren't matching up to how potent those offenses are.
All right, again, Kansas comes to town Saturday night. Won't be much of a test for the Oklahoma defense, but West Virginia looms. And then obviously if they can survive that potentially Big 12 championship game, lots of tests left for this Oklahoma defense. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.